Dear Cancer, have you been feeling as though you're navigating a storm without a compass? As if the currents of your life are pulling you in directions you can't quite understand, leaving you in a state of quiet chaos. It's not a loud, dramatic crisis that you can point to. Rather, it's a deep, internal hum of uncertainty. A sense that the very ground beneath you is shifting, even when everything on the surface appears to be the same. You've become a master of holding it all together, of presenting a calm exterior while your inner world is churning. But that shell you've so carefully built for protection, the one that has kept you safe for so long, has begun to feel less like a sanctuary and more like a cage. You're clinging to a familiar shore, a familiar person, a familiar way of being, because the thought of letting go feels like stepping into a void. You've convinced yourself that this is just a phase, that if you just wait patiently, the confusion will pass. But now, the time has come to understand the truth of this storm. It is not here to destroy you, dear Cancer. It is here to awaken you, because the life that's waiting for you, the love that is destined for you, cannot reach you on this shore. You were never meant to be a prisoner of your own emotional history, shackled by the fear of change or by that relentless need to nurture what may no longer be growing. You possess a depth of feeling that is a rare gift, a loyalty that can move mountains, yet it has also led you to water gardens that have long since turned barren. Those gardens are about to be transformed by this storm, allowing a profound truth to wash over you, a truth that promises to liberate everything. So, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. I want you to claim this energy by affirming this in the comments. I release the need to understand the storm, and I trust where the current is taking me. Stay with me until the end, because the final revelations are where the pieces of your heart will finally click back into place. If you leave early, you risk missing the very insight that explains the beautiful chaos you're in. Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment, because this journey didn't just start today. This isn't a fleeting mood. It roots back to a deep-seated pattern of holding on, of giving your emotional energy to situations and people long after they've stopped pouring back into you. It stems from that sacred, beautiful part of you that believes in unconditional love, the part that sees potential where others see an ending. But who instilled in you the belief that your worth is measured by how much you can endure? When did you begin to associate letting go with failure? From an early age, Cancer, you learned that emotional security was paramount. Your value was tied to your ability to create a safe haven, to be the constant, the rock, the unwavering source of comfort for others. But in becoming the rock for everyone else, have you ever felt like you were slowly turning to stone yourself? That's the inner voice we must confront, the one that compels you to stay, even when your soul is pleading for release. The voice that urges you to swallow your own needs to preserve a false sense of peace. But what if I told you that this storm, this unsettling chaos, is actually the universe's most compassionate intervention? This isn't a danger, it's a divine rescue. The first card that appears, the Wheel of Fortune, confirms this. It tells us that the universe is moving pieces on your behalf, even if you cannot see the grand design. You feel like everything is in disarray, but this is a cosmic realignment. This is not chaos, it is divine orchestration. Every unexpected event, every confusing conversation, every moment of painful distance is not a coincidence. It is a karmic event, meticulously designed to nudge you away from what is comfortable and toward what is destined. Do you feel that? The sense that a higher power is at work, guiding you even through your deepest confusion? This is a period where your faith is your greatest compass. You may feel the presence of your guides more closely than ever, whispering to you in dreams, showing you signs, trying to communicate that you are not alone in this. They are helping you open doors that have been sealed shut by fear and doubt. Trust that what is passing away is making space for something far more aligned, far more true. Because what is truly yours can never be taken from you, and what is meant for you will find its way, not when you force it, but when you are finally ready to receive it. And this is where the heart of the matter lies. There is a profound connection in your life, represented by the energy of the lovers. This is not just an ordinary attachment. It is a spiritual contract, a bond that feels fated, as if you've known this soul across lifetimes. Yet, surrounding this beautiful connection is the energy of the King of Cups, a figure who holds deep emotions but seems unable or unwilling to express them fully. This may be a person in your life who feels emotionally balanced on the surface, but has become distant, inconsistent, or shrouded in a mysterious silence. There is a powerful telepathic link between you, isn't there? You feel their energy, their thoughts, their sadness, even when you are physically apart. You have entire conversations with them in the silence of your own mind. But this beautiful, spiritual connection has become a source of profound confusion. There may be painful distance, the influence of a third-party situation, or even opposition from those around this person that creates a wall between you. And despite the undeniable strength of the bond, a decision looms. Do you continue to wait in this emotional limbo, or do you love yourself enough to let go and allow the universe to resolve it? This is where the most feared and misunderstood card makes its entrance. The Tower. An event is coming, Cancer. A sudden revelation that will shatter the illusions you've been holding on to. It could be an emotional explosion, a truth that can no longer be contained, or simply the moment you look in the mirror and decide, with every fiber of your being, that enough is enough. But please, hear me when I say this. This is not destruction. This is a divine demolition. You are not losing. You are being liberated. The Tower is the universe stepping in to do for you what you have been unable to do for yourself. It is here to crumble the walls of the fortress you've been defending, a fortress that was keeping love out just as much as it was keeping you in. This may involve distancing yourself from toxic patterns or from someone to whom you have been emotionally overgiving, pouring from your cup until it was empty. You've been clinging to the hope that they would change, that the connection would finally blossom into what you know it could be. The Tower is here to tell you that the change must begin with you. And what happens when the Tower falls? When the dust settles and the illusions are cleared? The sun appears, illuminating everything with its brilliant, undeniable truth. Everything that was hidden in the shadows, the true feelings, the unspoken words, the reasons behind the distance will all come to light. The sun radiates clarity, abundance, and a pure childlike joy. If there has been distance or tension with a loved one, prepare for a meaningful conversation that can mend those bonds. The Tower's presence here indicates that some uncomfortable truths might need to surface first. But do not fear this. A clarification, even if it feels like a confrontation, is what allows you to rebuild a connection based on honesty, not on polite illusions. A male figure may need your support, but remember, your role is not to fix them. For some, this could even mean a proposal of marriage or cohabitation. However, the wisdom you've gained through this storm will be your guide. You must now discern whether this return comes from a place of genuine growth and shared truth, or from a fear of loss. The sun's clarity will ensure you know the difference. You will no longer settle for a love built on illusion. You are now ready for a foundation built on truth. Now, let's talk about how this profound energetic detox is manifesting in other areas of your life. That muscle pain the cards speak of, the tension in your shoulders and back, what is that? Really, it is the physical weight of the emotional burdens you've been carrying. It is the exhaustion from holding on so tightly. As you begin to release these emotional patterns, you will feel a literal lightness in your body. It is simply to hold a safe space for their truth. Your heart is a natural sanctuary, Cancer. Let it be just that. Your energy is rising. It's at a boiling point, ready to transform into steam and ascend. If you've been feeling misunderstood or anxious, you will feel that pressure begin to release, as if things are finally falling into place. The most positive thing you can do now is trust that inner voice, your intuition. When your heart tells you, this is the way, listen. You are realizing that the strength you've been pouring into uncertain relationships can be redirected into building your own empire, your own dreams. You are depending entirely on your own power, your own vision, and it feels intoxicating, doesn't it? The effort you are putting in now, step by step, will pay off sooner than you think. But do not let yourself be consumed by the anxiety of wanting to do it all at once. The universe is urging you to manage your time with compassion for yourself. You might even consider bringing someone in to help, allowing you to focus on what truly lights up your soul. This is no longer about survival. It's about aligning your livelihood with your purpose. And what of your finances? The Wheel of Fortune is not just turning in your emotional world, it is shifting your financial fortunes as well. Unexpected changes are emerging where you previously felt stuck. A late payment may finally arrive. An investment might show surprising growth, or an unexpected offer may land in your lap. This is part of the karmic reward system you are connecting with. Your past perseverance through difficult times is now being returned to you. However, with the Tower's energy, something in your financial structure may need to crumble first. Perhaps you've been clinging to an outdated source of income out of fear. Let it go. Clearing out the old is essential to creating space for true, soul-aligned prosperity to flow in. Let's return to the heart, to love. Whether you are single or in a relationship, this period is about rediscovering the magic in the simple moments. The universe is inviting you to find pleasure in the little things that shift your mood, a late-night conversation, gazing at the stars, the simple joy of being present. If you are in a partnership, passion must be rekindled. The constant closeness of domestic life can sometimes blur the beautiful differences that made you fall in love. Remember what makes each of you unique. It is in those nuances that attraction thrives. Create space for mystery, for individuality, and you will find your way back to each other with renewed passion. If you are single, this energy is not about desperately searching for the one. It's about falling so deeply in love with your own life that the right person will be irresistibly drawn to your light. Let yourself go, have fun, discover new stories, and say yes to invitations. Don't resist what your heart is telling you. The love you are seeking is not in a place, it is a frequency, and you are tuning into it now by choosing joy. Within your family, the healing energy of the Four of Wands suggests a time of reconciliation. Do not betray that inner knowing. And for those of you who are students, this is a call to discipline your energy. Your natural talent is immense, but it is focused work that allows talent to truly flourish. Do not rely on charm alone. Commit to the process. True mastery is born when innate ability meets consistent effort. So, where does this all leave you, dear Cancer? You are standing at a pivotal crossroads. One path leads back to the familiar shore of waiting, hoping, and holding on. The other path requires you to step into the water, to surrender to the storm, trusting that it is carrying you to a destination more beautiful than you can imagine. Something has profoundly shifted within you. It's not just about a new chapter, it's an inner revolution. You are becoming someone new, someone who no longer betrays their own needs, who no longer silences their truth to spare others discomfort. For the first time in a long time, you are choosing yourself, and that is not an act of selfishness. It is the ultimate act of healing. When you choose yourself, the entire landscape of your life shifts. A new cycle begins, and you start to attract people who resonate with your healed frequency. Embrace that version of you that suffered in silence, the one who felt isolated and carried burdens that were never theirs to bear. Hold that part of yourself and tell them it's over now. You are here to protect them. You no longer need to repeat that narrative of unrequited nurturing. This is your closure. Everything you have experienced has forged you into the diamond you are now, but you no longer need the pressure. You can choose the light. You can choose calm. You can choose a love that doesn't hurt, a connection that doesn't demand, and a silence that doesn't feel heavy. This is your new life, Cancer. It may not be perfect, but it will be real. It will be honest, and it will be yours. You have become real. And from that place of authenticity, everything, absolutely everything, is about to flourish. Are you ready to blossom without fear?